That's like, I love this. I love the energy we're creating in the studio. um,
Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily, and today is very exciting because I am doing a collab video with my good friend Logan. If you haven't seen my recent video about what I'm reading this month, go watch it now. I'll have it pop up above. And once you're back, welcome. If you've been keeping up with me, you know that I've been reading Gone Girl, and so we decided to do a little short video chat to discuss what we've read so far. I also want to mention before we get started that this is kind of an uncensored book talk. Sorry in advance. This also is not going to be a spoiler-free video. We do talk about the book up until page 154. That's about as far as we read. So if you have not read or seen Gone Girl and you don't want to be spoiled, this is probably not the video for you. However, once you read it, come on back and have a good time. And I hope you enjoy it.
Hi. Wow, it's me, the My Book Boy. If you're new to me or you're one of Emily's followers, my name is Logan. I'm a chaotic bisexual and I read books, and my chair just fell over. Yay.
Logan and I are friends from college.
Yeah, we went to college together. We both studied acting, well, musical theater, but you know, all of that fun stuff.
Same deal, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Emily is one of my best friends, and I missed her, and
You're one of my
yeah,
best friends and
I miss you. We also started our booktubes like within a week of each other, so
It's true. Logan
it's been a fun
inspired
journey.
me. Yeah, you inspired me.
I peer pressured you into it.
Pushed me over the ledge, yeah.
Here we go. Oh my goodness.
We've been reading Gone Girl together. I don't know anything about this book, and I've never seen the movie, so I don't really know anything about it. So I have some thoughts. I took notes.
Yay!
Because I didn't want to forget anything. Logan, do you want to talk about what you know about it with like no spoilers?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have seen the movie hello? Sorry, there's an ice cream truck outside my apartment. There's very
Ice cream.
Oh, they're all over. They're all over LA right now. Yeah, so if you hear if you hear any noise, my videos are a lot less silent than Emily's are because I live in this city. And we're just used to it. So anyway, though, I watched the movie once, and it was like my sophomore year of high school. So far the book is, from what I remember of the movie is like a very faithful adaptation of the book so far. That's been pretty much the same. I think there might be a little bit more detail in the book, but it's pretty much the same plot line. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they deviate, or like there are characters that I know that come that we've not met yet that I cannot wait to meet.
Oh no, I'm so scared.
What do you have, like, note-wise? What are your thoughts?
Overall, my first response to this was that it took me a while to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's Gillian's writing or if it's just that, you know, we needed an inciting incident for it to go anywhere. And I've been enjoying Amy's point of view, like these little diary entries that she's been writing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been enjoying those a lot more than Nick's point of view so far. I don't find Nick a very likable character. And I don't think you need to have all likable characters to have a good book, but I'm finding it really hard to empathize with him because I think he's such a misogynistic asshole, but that...
Yeah. No, yeah, that's something I was really surprised with, is because in the movie he's played by Ben Affleck, and like Ben Affleck is like, you can hate him, but you really can't hate him because he's like, just no matter how slimy the character is, he's this cute little Midwestern dude, and you just really can't be mad at him. Whereas I agree. I like Amy a lot more, and I enjoy her voice more. I just think it's more relatable. And Nick is just, his inner dialogue is so just sexist. It's so sexist.
He literally was like, women are crazy. All women are crazy. And I'm like,
yeah.
you lost your wife. Like,
Literally.
you lost her. The most loving woman ever.
Yeah.
Don't
No, you're good.
spoil anything.
What for anyone? I think let's just do. I guess we'll do like a quick for anyone who hasn't read Gone Girl or seen the movie at this point. It follows. It's Gillian Flynn. Is it Gillian or Gillian? I never know.
I guess I thought it was Gillian because I thought it was a female author, but I could be so wrong.
It is a female author. It is a female author. She also wrote Sharp Objects, which is like one of my favorite thrillers. But it's I think it's, I don't know. I've heard other booktubers say Gillian, but my go-to
She's
is Gillian.
hot. Sorry, I love
Right? I know. She is though. Funny enough though, she's how I picture Amy in my head as her. Or no, actually I don't. I picture Margot/Go. I read Go as the way that Gillian looks in my head for some reason. I don't know why. But no, it's a thriller. We follow a husband named Nick, and at the start of the novel, his wife is gone, and it's just kind of, without spoilers, through both Nick's point of view. It is Gillian?
Sorry, yeah, it says the G is pronounced hard as in Gil, not Jill.
Oh.
I would not have guessed that. Okay, so
through both diary entries of his wife Amy, and then just through Nick's own narration, we are finding out where his wife is gone. She is the Gone Girl, and the question is where she went.
She's the Gone Girl, and the girl is gone.
The girl is gone.
He says that he's lied to the police 5 times, and I don't get it. I mean, I don't understand how like the justice system works or anything, but like, if he
no, you could. Me too.
If he had to go on trial for this, and they found out that he lied multiple times to the police, that is not gonna look good.
He's also an awful liar. Like, he's an awful liar. Because like at one point, Amy's dad is like, "You didn't have reservations for that thing," in front of the cops, if I remember right. And the cops were like, "But you said," and like.
He's so I think this is interesting, and I can tell that Gillian probably did this on purpose. He's a very unreliable narrater.
Yeah.
He's withholding stuff from us because, spoiler alert, if you have not read this book, you're about to spoil. Literally, Andy shows up, and I'm like,
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, by the way, I have a mistress, and you can hate me now." And I'm like, "Bitch, I've been hating you since page 1. What's wrong with that? Like, those are all things that you would do if you were guilty." And he's already been withholding stuff from us. So my thought is like, is he a part of this somehow? Like, did he do something that like is making him feel guilty that he's trying to like cover it up? I don't know. Like, but he is not acting like someone who's innocent. If that makes sense.
Also, we have not finished this book, by the way. We're halfway through exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So for those of you that have read or seen the movie and know the answers to some of, because your questions you're asking are very good from my knowledge of the movie, and I'm so excited to hear what you think when we read the rest of it. But for those of you watching that have seen/read and know what happens, don't comment spoilers, please.
Please don't. Yeah,
comments need to be a spoiler-free zone.
I'm trying so hard to avoid spoilers because this is such a well-known book and movie because everyone talks about how good it is. And I really want to be thrown on the floor when I find out what the hell is happening.
I'm so excited. Unlike the only person right now that I trust is Go. The only person I trust is Go.
I agree. She's in particular the only woman in this book so far that other than Amy, but Amy has her own issues, but she's the only like woman that we've met that I like. Oh, this has more to do with like Nick's lying because he's lying to us as the readers. Where on page 140, Amy talks about going through his computer while he's writing his memoir.
I know.
Embarrassing. I'm sorry. No one cares about your life.
No, you
Unless
haven't
you're
done
famous.
anything.
I like people would care more about Amy's life than his. Anyway, in his memoir, in his document, she's got, this distant father, a painful transformation of a carefree young man into the head of a family. First of all, you don't have kids, so whatever. And then the resentment of his Manhattanite wife. And like, I'm in this, so I'm sitting here thinking, if this is a memoir, why doesn't he mention his mistress? So he's like purposely still leaving stuff out. And like Gillian is and the thing is, part of me is like, okay, I know that she's doing it for effect, because if we know too soon, it doesn't hit us like a truck. But then I also feel hurt because authors are purposefully withholding information, and I feel cheated.
I mean, this is my favorite. Oh, I just burped. I'm sorry. Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
Thank you. I'm fully breaking from the book discussion for a second. Do you as a Midwesterner, I always say bless you to everything that is not a sneeze. I'm like blessing coughs and burps and things like that. Do you do that too?
I do that, but I don't know if it's because I'm just...
You're my only person I've ever met. Everyone gives me crap about it.
They give me crap too. They're always like,
yes.
and I'm like, bless you, and they're like, I didn't sneeze. Yes. I'm like, bitch, I know you didn't sneeze.
Anyway, though, this is so that's my favorite thing, like my favorite trope in a thriller, I think, is when they're an unreliable narrator. Like, I don't know if I trust you.
Right.
I just don't know. Predictions right now, what do you, just for my own selfish gains, what do you think is, if you were to say right now, call it out, what do you think?
Something happened to her. I don't really have too many predictions right now, but the more, and the thing is, I understand that Nick being guilty is probably a red herring. Like, I'm with it. I understand. Okay, so if he's showing all these signs that he's guilty, he's lying to the police, he has a mistress, he has motive. Like, he doesn't even fucking like his wife, which makes me so upset. Because
yes,
he's done nothing wrong.
Literally, I'm like, just get
She's
a divorce.
upset because she loved her life, and he was like, okay, we're moving to Missouri. No offense if you live in Missouri, not the greatest place. I feel like I have all these different pieces of a puzzle, and I have like some skies over here and some flowers over here and some bushes over here, like whatever puzzles are made of, you know what I mean?
Whatever puzzles are made of.
I haven't been given enough information to like fully wrap my head around it, because I think where we are right now is, it's so interesting because like we have nothing. Right? Like, there's no leads. They've been talking to people, they've been going here and there, and like, we know that she bought a gun, we know that she was nervous for her safety, and we know that like something was going on in her life, but we have nothing else to go off of in terms of like who would be after her, or why. And like, part of me is like, maybe Andy did it. She's freaking crazy. She showed up, and I was like,
yeah, why, if you were watching the news and knew what was going on with your secret older married boyfriend lover thing, why would you show up at not even his own house, at his sister's house out of the blue and be like, hi, let's have sex? I don't remember if this is true or not, but I feel like Amy knows that, or knew that that Andy existed because of that second clue. On the second clue was the pair of panties in the office. I'm like, that's totally, she's like, it's not even her. And that's another reason why he lied to the cops there again, I feel like. So I know what's going on. But with the details that are in the book that aren't like in the movie, I feel like had Amy not disappeared at this, something that I don't think their marriage would have lasted much longer.
Oh,
I don't think.
Agree. But yeah, I think you're right. And like, Andy seems wild. I mean, okay, so she's 23.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm 22.
I'm 23.
Like, that would be like you or I dating someone our parents' age. What?
Yeah. When they're literally in the middle of a murder investigation. Like, or a disappearance investigation. Like,
girl, you are college educated. First of all, you deserve better.
Yeah.
Than your lousy, misogynistic professor, Nick.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's interesting how you're like, because I'm reading it faster because I like have a picture of it and know what's happening. But it's interesting how such a faithful adaptation can make a very fast-paced feeling movie, if I remember right. Like I remember it feeling fast-paced and yet such a slow burn of a book. When it's literally it's like very faithful. There's nothing that they left out so far that I remember that could be a
Really?
lie.
Wow.
But it's really good.
I mean, not as
But
good as the Holes adaptation because that movie is basically word for word.
oh my god. Yes.
I think about the Holes
Uh,
adaptation like twice a week.
oh yeah. I think about the whole adaptation. I'm excited to like both watch you go through the journey that I know and then also see if they change because if from the movie when I remember it, once it gets going, it
Don't
hits the
stop.
ground going and you don't really stop. And I'm so excited to hear like a lot of Amy's letters are the same, or her diary entries, and then also like the like picture me, yada yada. But I'm excited to see how those diary entries change, like when stuff really starts going and we start to like get more about their relationship and such, and to see if it's the same as it was in the movie, because it's very, without being spoilery, it gets really good really fast, and I'm excited to see how that happens here.
I'm also excited.
Yeah, me
So
too.
we will have to keep each other in the loop and we'll do another one.
Yes. Yes, I'm excited.
Logan and I had a lot of fun making this video, so if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll be doing an update soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.